The United States of America printed more money during the pandemic than in the last 2 centuries. Yet when all the money was distributed, the rich remained rich or got richer, while the poor became poorer or remained the same. This is the classic story of the rich guy and the poor guy. The rich guy who always, even in difficulties, strives for hard work, finds opportunities, finds a way, and people say everything this guy touches becomes greener. While the poor guy, even when given handouts and several opportunities, remains poor. Well, let's try to understand what the rich guy does when he gets money. Let's look at what happened in the last 2 years, when the government invested thousands of dollars and millions of dollars in some cases for businesses and individuals. The rich guy decided to enjoy some of it, decided to save some of it for the rainy days, and also decided to invest a lot of it for future, because the rich guy thinks long term. The rich guy also thinks short term. It's a human being. The rich guy, this person, it is a human being. But he thinks long and short term and makes plans 5 years from now, 10 years from now. While the poor guy, when he gets money, he spends all of it for entertainment. He goes right away to hotels.com. He goes right away to vacation spots, all inclusive, because now we have all this money. The poor guy also goes to his boss and says, I quit. Now I have government handouts, knowing that they're temporary, but I still quit. Because now I get to relax. Now I get to sit on my couch and reap the benefits of nothing. None of the hard work that I did, but I'm gonna use the other person's taxpayer money, the richer guy who's paying all my taxes, gonna use this money. I'm also gonna hate on him, which we're gonna talk about later, and I'm gonna relax and spend everything that I have, probably get into debt. This is just one of the traits where the rich guy and the poor guy differ on how they spend their money and how they use their money. Well, the one thing that was hard to understand for many analysts in the last 2 years was now that people had handouts, something where a talk of universal income was mentioned and people were given income monthly without doing anything, how come the opportunity still didn't help the poor thrive? Well, it's the thing about hard work, and it's the thing about motivation and passion. This is where the rich guy proves that when he does not have money, a lot of rich guys, 88% of them to be exact nowadays who are millionaires are self-made, have grown from situations where they had no control, where they had no money, where they had no expertise or talent, and just through hard work, belief, dedication, passion, learning, and constant growth and the hunger for becoming better, they made it. And when they are given money, they do a lot more with that. So the rich guy constantly, even in times of trouble, finds opportunity, does not find excuses, and does not ask for handouts. But the poor guy, no matter in what condition they're in, they're going to complain about how the government is against you. They're going to complain about how every rich person around them is a crook, is a thief, and are corrupt. They're never going to talk about hard work. They're never going to talk about belief system, persistence, yet they will ask for more money for absolutely no effort. You see, the poor guy goes through life thinking that everything is unfair and that he is the victim of the government, of the society. The poor guy also believes that he deserves more for less work. The poor guy will always say, 40 hours a week is too much. We should be working 35 hours a week. We should be doing 30 hours a week. Because we're all humans. We're not animals. We're not built to work. We're not slaves. While the rich guy, with all the money in the world, with millions of dollars, will say, I have all this wealth, but I'm going to continue to work. Examples of this are all over the world. Elon Musk, the richest person in the world, wakes up very early. First thing he does is checks his email, works more than 12 hours a day. Dwayne Johnson, worth millions of dollars, hundreds of millions, wakes up at 3 or 4 a.m., starts working out, works on his body, works on his career. And so many other successful people who have retired like Warren Buffett, still go out, give lectures, and inspire people. This is the rich person, worth billions of dollars, yet with a restless attitude and an insatiable desire to help, to develop, to grow either themselves or others, while the poor person says, 40 hours a week is too much for me. It is also ironic why the poor guy would complain and envy the rich, when all the rich has done is work hard and be persistent. When the rich provides jobs and runs the country through business taxes, through employment, through opportunities, through making the country better, and yet the rich person is the one that is hated on the most. A lot of times, people see the rich person being successful and say, let's tax them. We should tax this guy because he created 50,000 jobs. He created all these new opportunities for people. He brought money into this country. He grew our economy. But the poor says, I didn't do any of that, but I still want free food stamps and handouts. And they will also hate the rich guy for no reason. See, this is the difference where the poor mentality will always feel like they deserve more. And the privilege mentality is actually with the poor guy, not with the rich guy. The rich guy only goes through one mentality, and that is the hunger mentality, the passion mentality, and a drive for passion that pushes him to work hard and be motivated to beat his competition in all areas and also beat himself, because he then eventually becomes his own best competition. Another trait of the poor guy we always notice, and you will see this in a lot of lotto stores, in a lot of gas stations, where people are lined up for a lottery ticket. This is the poor guy basing all his future and all his success on luck, purely luck. The rich guy never believes in lottery, never believes in a gamble. You would never hear any successful person in the world say the key to becoming rich and successful is getting a lottery ticket. How many motivational monologues and dialogues have you listened to? Have you ever heard any rich or successful person ever say, get a lottery, that's your ticket to success? No. Rich people, rich guy, he believes in building your own success, building your own luck. Many times the rich guy doesn't even believe in fate and destiny, because he believes that every action determines where your fate and destiny go. If you make a different action, different decision today, your future will be different. And you don't need a lottery ticket or luck or a gamble or a prayer to help you, but you need to get out of your couch and start working hard, look for opportunities, have passion and persistence, and have the drive and work ethic to really get out of your poverty mindset and poverty-stricken conditions. Finally, the other key quality and distinction between the rich guy and the poor guy is the belief system. The rich guy believes that he's not a victim, that he can change his future and fate and destiny with the help of hard work. The rich guy believes in being hungry at all times, not when the rich guy is worth 1,000, 1,000,000, 1,000,000,000, but every single moment, 24/7. It is literally 24/7. The rich guy even dreams of the same things he believes in. A man is what he thinks about all day long. Very good quote by Ralph Waldo Emerson. Simply states what a man is capable of. If you think of success, richness, hard work, and results, you will get there. This is why when Bill Gates was asked once if he would let his daughter marry a poor guy, he blatantly said no, as he should. He said, it's not the poor guy is poor, it's not the money in his bank account that matters. It is his attitude, because when a person is poor, it mainly happens because of his attitude. You can give him thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, but if he is poor, just like people who earn lottery, they can spend it all in one go. They wouldn't know how to create wealth or keep wealth. They would just know how to spend it, how to get it through means which are not based on hard work, results, and dedication. And that is why the poor mentality will remain poor no matter where they are, no matter how much money they get. He further went on to say, and I quote, one day a bank vigilante found a bag full of money, took the bag and went to deliver it to the bank manager. Unquote. Now a lot of people thought this guy's crazy because he won a lot of money and just gave it away. Now Bill Gates continued, and I quote, 1 year later, the bank offered him a receptionist position. 3 years later, he was in charge of clients, and 10 years later, he manages the regional branch of that bank. He manages hundreds of employees, and their annual bonuses are beyond the value he could have stolen. Wealth is first a state of mind, my friend. Unquote. This is why when you talk about a rich person, it's not really how much money he has in the bank account. It is how much intelligence he has mentally. If the rich guy has the intelligence and the mindset of being a rich guy, it doesn't matter if he has $1 in his account or $1 billion in his account. At the end of the day, the rich guy will remain rich or get richer, and the poor guy will forever be poor. What mentality do you have? Are you the rich guy or the poor? Are you willing to change if you have the mentality of a poor guy? Or are you willing to stay the same and keep your circumstances the same as well? If you really want to understand the secret of becoming rich, it's never really in your bank account. The answer is not really in your job or your education or the amount of talent or experience you have. Everything that you need to be rich is in your thinking. What you have in your head up here is what's going to change your destiny, and whatever is around you, whatever is in front of you, whatever is going to come towards you, whatever you're going to attract, and also whatever you're going to repel. If your thinking is aligned with the rich guy, you're going to have a lot of success, things that you haven't even dreamed about. But are you ready for it?